Hello, thanks for checking out this video. This is the second in my series of Xcode moments, little productivity tips for people who use Xcode a whole lot. Today we're going to be talking about using the keyboard to do SwiftuI Layout from the inside out. It's a long title, but what I'm talking about is trying to keep your fingers on the keyboard when you're coding. Sometimes you want to work from the inside out when you're doing layouts. You think about what is it that I want to show. Then you think about where do I want it on screen? Where do I want it in relationship to other things on screen? So you start with the details, then you build those details into enclosing views until you get what you want. The way that Apple gives us to do this, I mean, you can do a lot of copy and paste, but they do offer the Shift Command Click menu, and that's useful. But I find that it's even more useful to try to keep your fingers on the keyboard as much as possible. It helps with your flow as you're programming. So here's the example that I'm working with. Oh, and you're going to find that as soon as you see this, you're going to say, okay, yes, this is useful for SwiftUI, but what I'm showing you is going to be useful in a lot of contexts, and SwiftUI is just one example. So here I have this little app that shows flag emojis, and I have a model that has a list of categories, and the last one in that model is flags. And then I have this struct that just has a symbol and a description, and it's using a method that I wrote to pull the description of a flag from of the locale of a flag. But you can see that that's not here right now. So let's add it in this emoji view. Right now we just have a text that's showing the emoji symbol. Okay, so we'll just add a text. Whoops. Emoji.description. And we get the description, but I don't really like that layout. I'd rather that it was the flag on the left, the country or locale name on the right. And so we all know the way to do that is with an H stack. So the way that Apple shows you to do this is Command Shift click, embed in H stack. Oh, whoops, I only embedded the one thing. Now I have to select the other, cut it, paste it in there. Okay, we got there pretty quick, but a way that's even quicker, I'm going to just triple click on this line. So I select the whole line, and then hold down the Shift key and type open curly brace. And now I have this embedded in a curly brace. I go up one line, Command right arrow over, left arrow once, and type H stack. Now, it took me a long time to describe that. Oh, and then I have to spell H stack correctly. It took me a long time to describe that, but when you do it for a few times, you're going to find that it happens pretty quick. Okay, let's just add a spacer there so it looks good. Or better. And let's spell spacer correctly. Alright, so that's one issue. Now the other issue is, of course, it looks like we're in the middle of the alphabet here. And I'm on live preview here, but I can't scroll. And that's because I never put this in a scroll view. Okay, it's almost as if I set this up for this, right? So let's put it in a scroll view, but let's do it the way that I just showed you. So I'm going to go to the beginning of this line. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and use the down arrow key. I'm going to select everything that I want to put in the scroll view all at once. So I'll do that again. If I want to select whole lines at a time in Xcode, I hold down the Shift key, down arrow, and I can select entire lines all in one block. Now, Shift open brace, and it's right in there. Up, right, left, scroll view, And there we go. It scrolls nice. It works. As I said, if you've been watching this, this is useful for a lot of things other than just scroll views in SwiftUI. You can probably imagine using it in a lot of different situations. Breaking out some code into a conditional, breaking things up into smaller structs, that kind of thing. The thing that I hope you see is using Shift plus arrow to select entire sets of text, and then using the open brace to decorate the selection on both sides. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment below.